Hey there guys, Tori here. I'm interrupting my own video. This is an hour 20. It's a long one. I know some of you don't like the longer format, bad luck. But within this video, I'm going to show you how to do draft listings. I'm going to show you how to drag and drop photos over that you can easily and quickly get your draft listing and real listings done. By the end of this video, you'll have seen the stuff that I uploaded and know that I did it all within that time frame. I'm going to show you how to comp things using the eBay image search tool. I'm also going to show you a very important part of eBay Life for the search engine, and that is literally how to end listings and sell similar. There is so much information in this video. It goes forever. I don't care. Go through, find nuggets of information, and just enjoy the damn company. I'll see you a bit further into the video. Oh, and did I mention that I sing to you? I bet you're looking forward to that. Hey there guys, how you doing? Tori, Geelong-Flipper, your Uncle Flip, surrounded by the nest. It is Saturday. You guys will be seeing this on Sunday. And holy dooly, it is 4 p.m. And after a day of love-doving about, going to Oppo's, it's time to actually get some work done. But I have to keep telling myself that's why we do what we do. So as you know, if you want to go out for the day, you can. You just got to pay the piper at the other end. In any case, we'll play the music, and big thank you to everyone who supports the channel. If you are new, I'm Tori, I'm from Geelong, blah, blah, blah. Subscribe, become a channel member, and this is a gas bagging show today, because what I need to be doing is working. I may not be looking at you the whole time. My computer's right there. I do a lot of my listing on computer, not phone. I just think it's better. And so I'm going to go grab a drink, and we are going to be assigning photos over. I'll talk you through that process. I'm also going to quickly show you some of the things I bought today. I've got some cool stuff, and I am hoping to make a lot of money with them. Alrighty. All right. Okay. Hitting that button. Tori here. Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Yeah, mate, Tori.
It's Geelong-Flipper here.
Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori. Tori here. The
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? All right. So I hope that everyone is well. I hope that you're having a good weekend and that you found lots of nice stuff. I will get this episode out of the way by acknowledging someone who very kindly bought the coffees today. They've already been consumed. But Beck, thank you so very much. And it is so... Guys, you've been buying me so many coffees. I love it. I mean, you've got no idea how much I appreciate it. It's fantastic. So had a coffee, had a pie, went out on the hunt, and we went to a few Oppos, got some stuff. I did not film, but yeah, Beck, thank you so very much for my coffee money. It's so appreciated, and everyone, your generosity is just phenomenal. So yeah, Miss Vintage. And if you're wondering who that is, it's the lady you see saying Geelong-Flipper at the end of the intro. She's from Queensland, and we bumped into each other randomly at an op shop in Melbourne. It's just amazing how, like, someone you're chatting to virtually online, whatever, you bump into them at an op shop. Like, op shops make the world go round. Any case, so a few people I just want to acknowledge today, and one whose name I don't even know. I was thrifting out at the Breakwater Lifeline at the warehouse there, and a nice man came up and said hello and said, I'm a viewer, and thanked me. And I just wanted to say, mate, thank you so very much for coming up and saying hello. I am sorry I didn't catch your name. You were sort of heading in, we were heading out. But I wanted to acknowledge the fact that you did say hello, and that it was highly appreciated when you did. It really lets me know that we are building a solid community, a little flippin' family, and that we're all looking out for each other. So I was pleased as punch that you said hello. And big shout out to Bonnie and Vader at the Salvo's Thrift in Newcomb. Thanks for saying g'day, guys. And I haven't seen Bonnie for like 17 or more years, so it was phenomenal. And well, Vader, you were a baby, so I hope that embarrasses you just a little bit. And that let me catch up on phone with my friend Matt, who's got 2 weeks to organise a coffee date. Anyhow, enough palaver aside, I'll quickly show you some of the crap that I bought very quickly, and then we'll get into, well, I'll get into my work, made slower by the fact I'll turn around to look at you guys on occasion. Hang on, this is just Fanta. Just Fanta, it tastes delicious. All right, so first things first, when I was out today, I did pick up, I've talked to you guys about remote controls before. Don't overlook them. The oppos throw them out, or you know, they put them in a tub at the back. I picked up a tub of remote controls for $20, and I would say by the time they're all gone, I will get $400 to $500 for them. Remote controls are awesome. Getting proper like Sony, LG branded ones is even better. They take 2 seconds to clean as long as there's no batteries in them corroding them. They turn around nicely, and I would say at least several times a month I have a remote control go out the door. I was running low on stock. I've even made up to $60 on a remote. I showed you guys that one. I picked the Samsung metal one, but even everyday ones, that to buy them directly from the companies does cost so much money. It's just one of those things that you don't think about it because they look all dusty and dirty, but they're little nuggets waiting for you to enjoy them. So I got those. They're still out in the car. They are dusty and dirty. I'd rather clean them, and then I'll be listing them. But you can already see if you go I've still got a few remotes left on my store. Give you an idea of what to look for, how much to charge for them. I think some of my remotes are actually underpriced, but you know, considering you're paying very little for them, it's certainly worth looking into. Things I bought, I put them down here getting ready to show you. I didn't spend a lot of money. It was more about getting out for a few hours, but these all pretty much go with my rule of I need to make at least $20 on them. So this is an old Dorothy. She's cute. I saw sold comps of between $35 to $45 for her. I paid $3. I think her name's Abby Gabby or something like that. She's a Sesame Street character. Once again, $3. This thrift at Moolap is awesome. They price really fairly. So I picked her up for $3, and I will be anticipating getting, I'd say, between $40 to $50 for her. Another Dorothy. This one's beat up, but surprisingly enough, she still comps really well. I would still imagine getting between, say, $22 to $30 for her, and she was $3 also. This, once again, was more for me. I'd never seen this one before, and if you if you look around, you guys have sent me Care Bears. P.O. Box 4067, Geelong, Victoria 3220. But I've got some Care Bears up there as well. But I hadn't seen this multicoloured one before. It was really cool. It'll eventually be up for sale, but for now it's just bright and colourful and makes me happy to look at. No idea of the value, probably nothing. It's cute. Not within the parameters. Okay, so this is an old Peppa Pig, new but old, but with tags. And yeah, I hate these suction cup things. I think they present a choking hazard to kids, but especially because they're meant to be suction capped above them, I'm guessing. But yeah, with tags, old Peppa Pig, $3. And I think I saw a whole mixture of comps on this one, but I do believe that I'd say between $25 to say $40. I know that's a big sort of gap there, but the comps were all over the place. And there were comps with even bigger buy prices on them. So yeah, go figure. This one I've got to tinker with a little bit. It's a Wiggles. I've been looking for a bit of Wiggles stuff lately. I don't know a lot about this, but I can feel there is a battery pack in there for $3. I thought I'd take the risk. I thought the purple Wiggle was Jeff, but that doesn't look like Jeff. Was Jeff replaced, or have they just anglicised his eyes? I don't know. But it's cute in any case. Wasn't expensive. $3. If it sings or does something clever, that'll be cool. Yeah, there's a battery compartment there. So they were neat, and I do think they'll do well. I think they will be part of my listing process tomorrow. I've been doing a lot of clothes. It's sort of made me happy to get them done. I had to put some through the wash, had to, depill some of them. And I bought something today, or rather Ali and I bought today. We're going to try it out, but it'll be a good weapon in your toolkit maybe. So instead of like using the tape, you know how you do the cat fur tape, we've got cats. Cat fur does get on our stuff sometimes. There's no way around that. Once we take it all off site, then that will go down a little bit. But I'm sure you've seen me in plenty of videos with cat fur on me, so that's just the way it is. I found this at Kmart, guys. So it's a washable lint remover with comb, quick for easy removal of dust, lint and hair. And basically it's just got a rubber, see inside there? It's a roller, but the rubber picks up the bits and pieces. That's my understanding of it. And the fact that it is reusable makes me happy indeed. And it was only $4 at Kmart. I did go to buy, and I'm sorry, Beck, because I know you did show me how to fold shirts on a video, but I just still think I'm too ungainly for it. I went to buy a t-shirt folder at Kmart, but they'd reduced to $7, and apparently Kmart will Australia-wide has sold out because I'm behind the 8 ball. Okay, so the rest of the stuff is just here. I've got one massive one to show you, but these were just some clothing odds and ends. Like there was a cool hoodie there. I think I paid $4 for it. Yeah, I did. So this is a Shanghai Disney Resort hoodie. It's still got plenty of fleece on it. Doesn't look hardly worn. It is real. And the Shanghai Resort stuff seems to be getting around the $30 to $40 mark. So I'll be happy with that. I thought I'd try these because I've seen some of the people who I chat to online, even though they're not branded as Harley and stuff, it's sort of motorbike, you know, metal kind of stuff. They feel brand new. They're actually, I think they're brand new screen prints because they still have that very fresh smell of like the ink, the paint, whatever it is they put on. They're not a brand I recognize. I don't even think it's a real one, Romanticism. But the shirt was $3. That's an experiment. I'm going to try for 25 to 30 for it. I've got this one here. It was another one with just a sort of motorbike, you know, sort of darker imagery. Once again, they smell brand new. I know that sounds bad to say, but we all know the smell sometimes. It's not the op shop's fault. It's just what happens when a lot of used clothing comes in. That smell, these smell 100% new. And finally, this one I feel will need a wash. I'm not anticipating anyone from our local area will necessarily want it. But it is a 2XL. It is like licensed. It was $5. I need to take some of the pilling off the collar there. But it was pretty cool. And I think the patches alone are pretty neat. They are embroidered. And they are properly embroidered. So it's a higher quality shirt. The material is amazing. I think it does need a wash up just to get some dust off it. So that'll be going through the wash. But I don't know. I think for the $5, I think I'll be charging between 35 to 40 for this shirt. Maybe even more. That was just a preliminary look. And we'll just see what happens. Now, the next and last item, and then we'll get on with starting to do this. And I'll talk you through the process. But this one surprised me. Ali noticed it as we were leaving the breakwater. And you know those ride-on toys that kiddies hop on? They're like the little Fisher-Price sort of tyke things. Okay, and thank you, Daniel, for those notifications. If you're watching, I'm getting messages from Daniel. Sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. Hi, Daniel. The ride-on things that that the kids ride on. Sorry, the messages totally distracted me because he's telling me something about the salvos and don't go or something like that, but I don't know what the rest of the message is. It's getting the better of me. Hang on. Okay, so it wasn't an emergency. It was just something about the new salvos up in Torquay that opened that I forgot was opening. I think it was a thrift that went to a regular salvos. Anyhow, when we went up there a little while ago, it was when I bought the the Pooh Bear that Ada bought off me in the private sale. And I'll get this out of the way, guys. If you see anything in my store or anything that I'm listing and you want to buy it privately, hit me up on Instagram and we'll avoid those eBay fees. And I'm more than happy to send stuff off that way. I used to be funny about it because it's like I want all my figures to run through eBay that I can go to you guys. I'll check this out. But at the end of the day, if I can avoid the fees and it's how I'm paying my bills, I don't care where the money comes from, as long as I get it. So yeah, we went up there and they were fixing up the store and putting new fixtures in. And I've noticed they're trying, like the Salvos, there's a local Salvos down in Dries, the one I went into, I think in the last video you guys watched. They put all the wood paneling in on the floors and they make it look really fancy. I think they're doing the same over there as well. But yeah, Daniel said it's a little bit claustrophobic. It is a smaller shop. Okay, this next one, I don't even know if I'll be able to show you properly. I'll give you backstory though, as I started to. So Ali saw this ride-on thing, a kid's ride-on thing, and they were all labelled $2 to $3. And I thought, oh. And then we looked it up and I started to get a bit excited, but it's a bit beat up. But I might even do a video about how I'm going to clean it up, and we'll see if I fail or not. It'll be interesting. But this is what I bought. Oh, it's heavy. It's this thing for little kids to ride on, right? It's a Thomas battery operated. My understanding is, like, for example, I don't know if I've even switched. So a kid can ride around on that, which is pretty neat. There's other stuff. So you get the idea. But as you can also see, it's got a fair bit of wear and tear, and it was sitting outside where it's had mud and dirt and other stuff in it. But I don't know how to turn that off, so we're just going to have to deal with that. I was lucky enough to get it. Oh, there we go. I was lucky enough to get it for $2, and we're going to try cleaning it with a product called Simichrome. I reckon it'll take maybe a good hour of cleaning, but if I get it cleaned up enough, these things comp for about, from what we saw, about the $79 through to $99 mark. So I'm going to most definitely put the $2 and the Simichrome to good use and see if we can get $100 out of it plus shipping. If you're new to the channel and you're wanting to find out more about op shopping and reselling, this is how I make my full-time income. I do not give away my postage with my products. Some people do. There's all sorts of arguments for and against, but for me, no. Okay. All right. Putting that back down. And now is the moment that we've all been waiting for, where Tori gets some work done. Dun, 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 dun. It wasn't a bad shopping day though. All right. So the way I do my stuff is I generally do all of my drafts on the eBay website, and from there I assign photos across. I think what I'm going to do is I might actually move you guys. That I don't know if the phone will read the screen so well. You know what? Let's see if we can screen record for a little bit, and that might give you a better idea of what I do and how I do it. So let's just do that. I don't edit these things that often, so I don't really know how I'm going to know. I'll turn off the video, and when the new video starts, that's when I know I've got to sync myself up with what's on screen. All right, so bear with me. You may learn a different way of doing things, you may not, but either way around, it'll just still give you some company for your Sunday listing, or whenever you happen to hear this. I may accidentally say something that sounds good, or makes a bit more sense to you, or I might just be talking absolute crap the entire time. Either way around, it's okay, because we're doing it together. All right. I will also show you how I do a draft on the computer. I'm starting to become a bit more comfortable with the screen recording aspect of it. So I will do my best there. I'll assign the area that I need to look at, and we'll go from there, guys. So bear with me. I'm going to turn off the camera, and then I know that I insert this video when it comes back on. All right, there was an immediate start-stop for you guys as it was for me. I just needed a break in the recording. So I'm just going to do the Mac has a thing called screenshot that Andrew taught me how to do. Thank you for that, mate. And basically I can capture the window and just record the entire screen. And I'm talking out loud because I'm talking myself through it. I'm not trying to teach you how to do this bit. It's irrelevant. Okay, so then what's this? Record entire screen, record selected portion. Okay, that looks good. All right, hopefully this works. I've still got to get the work done regardless, and away we go. Okay, so I can still use everything on the screen. As you can see, it moves up and down and all around. And I put all of my my shots into a thing called eBay here. It makes it easier for me to control what I am doing, and that way I delete the photos once I'm done. I don't keep my eBay photos. All right, so, and I can actually see one of the items here that I do want to list. So let's start with a start to finish draft listing. Okay, all right, so first things first, I do have my iPad here, thank goodness, because these guys are called Fugglers. They're awesome. They're not always worth a heap of money, but I think like this was like $2 or something. I'm happy to sell it and make a little bit of money doing that. Plus, I think they're creepy and I like them. They're almost up there with like the Care Bears. In my store, I've got a number of Fugglers. I don't keep them and have them around, but I do like looking at them when I do. Okay, so eBay app, which you've seen me bring up before on when I'm doing my off-site videos. We're going to, I'll show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see it that well, but here's home. Oh God, it asked me if I was liking the eBay app. Of course I like it. All right, there's the eBay app. Just to give you a snapshot of where I'm at so far today. 9 orders I've got to pick up tomorrow. If someone pays, I'll be up to 10. Current 90-day total is 16,972. I would love by the end of the weekend for it to be back up to 17,000, because my weekly dollars have remained the same, but I must have had some of my Lego go through, and that's affected some of these sales, or some more expensive stuff go through. So it's not the end of the world. But if you're wanting to compare prices and the like, on the phone or on, this is essentially just a big version of that. You hit search, you hit the little camera icon up the top, and you can do it by barcode, which I've taught you, or you can do it by image. I've got this upside down, do I? It shouldn't matter. Okay, so you get the item and you get the camera, and then I'll try to sit him up that I can do this and show you. Okay, so take your photo of the item. Okay, so this guy here, someone is trying to get, as you can see, it's come up, that particular Fuggler on eBay, someone's trying to get $94 for it. I don't believe, it says it's a limited edition, which it may well be, but I'm not so sure about that. It's showing lots of different results here. Most of them are not Fugglers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that listing. Look, I'd be stoked if that was the case, but it's called Screech. It is a glow-in-the-dark Fuggler. That's very interesting. Oh, the teeth glow in the dark. Okay. Fug Glow Edition. So I just put my finger over that to copy it. Now I'm just going to put it in the search and actually paste, and I'm going to look for that item. Okay. So there's only one there, which sometimes stuff like that, you can think to yourself, okay, well, maybe that's something that I do need to look up for. A lot of these glow-in-the-dark guys have got really high wanted prices on them. And I don't know always if it's just that they hope that someone's dumb enough or if they actually should be going for that much. But what we do, we go filter, we go sold items, completed items, and then we can find second-hand ones. Now, this is great news for us because straight away, I'm onto an absolute winner here. There is consistent sold comps of where people have paid that money, and they've been paying up to $50 for that guy as a second-hand toy. We love that. So there's a couple of ways. I'm showing you like this, but I'll type it into the computer so as I can try to show you how to do it all on the desktop, okay? So I'm going to place this down, and I'm just going to use it as my guide. All right, so as you can see, I'm back on the computer now. Search for anything. Yes, we will. We're going to look for Fuggler, funny, ugly. If you're on a small phone and you're wondering what I'm doing, unless you're just wanting someone to talk to you while you're working, some of this may be a waste because it's going to be a bit of a text-heavy episode as I'm showing you on the computer what I am doing. But otherwise, just keep me for company, and maybe if you think there's something interesting, just write down make a note on your paper or whatever, what time you heard the interesting thing. You can revisit it on your tally. Some people don't know this, and I know it sounds silly, but you can watch YouTube on most televisions now. I know that sounds a silly thing to say, but not everyone knows it. Not everyone's tech savvy. And so, yeah, in case you don't know, if you've got a relatively modern smart TV, and I'm talking the last 15 years modern, you should be able to play YouTube on there. So you find Geelong-Flipper, go to this video, and you'll be able to play it, or you'll be able to cast it from your phone onto the TV that you can actually see what's on the screen there. Because at the moment, if this works, I will literally just be in the corner of the screen talking you through the process. Okay, so I typed in the things that we saw here, 9-inch plush blue. Go back to searching for it. Now, one of these was brand new. The other one was a second-hand one. But in any case, all I'm going to do here is I am going to convert one of them into a second-hand one, a used condition one. And because I did see one for $50 and it was new, it doesn't say in a box, but because it says $50 new, I'm not going to ask for quite as much as that because, yeah, new comps, it would just be a bit of a ridiculous listing. But I still want to get the most money I can out of it. So, yeah, as we can see here, there's ones for 80. Go to sold items. That might bring up some. There we go. So this is brand new, but the photo is clearly out of the box and it is not a stock shot. So I'm not too sure. I'm going to have a quick look in there. Okay, so it just brings up a lot more of them. Okay, we'll go back here. And when I tend to be looking for things to compare to, I tend to go for ones that sold for the most. And the reason why I do that is because potentially the person who's listing I'm essentially stealing or borrowing has written something that does better on here. So I'm going to go in here, and I think the cat is calling outside, but our cat yells to go outside. She literally yells, and then she just runs around yelling. It's funny. Okay, so I'm going to go sell one like this. Thank you, Pink Planet, for your listing. Thank you for your service. So yeah, I may at some stage need to stop talking you through this, but there will still be recording to let the cat back in. All right, so we did sell one like this. I'm bringing this up here. All those details are correct there. So we're going to say that it is blue. All right, at the moment in front of me, I have got room in tub 55. Remember how I showed you guys this one before? And I am going to then, I know I photographed this guy the other day, so that works out even better again. I'm going to move back over to these here. And here is my photo of that same toy. I'm going to select those photos there. As you can see, nice and straightforward. No, that's a shirt. And all you do, and this is one you guys have been asking me, check this out. I literally am just dragging it. Now, I'm on a Mac, and I'm using the Chrome browser. For me personally, I recommend using the Chrome browser. I don't have any hands-on experience with whatever the native Windows one is. I don't know that it's Windows Explorer anymore. It might be Bing or something like that, or is that the search engine? Anyway, I use Chrome. So the pictures are there. You can muck around with it. Like, you can bring them up. You can change things. Like, you can like go through and edit the photo if you want, just to make it look a bit, I don't know, sometimes a bit more professional. See, I don't like that result. I hope that my voice is matching up with what is going on here, but I don't like how they've done that removal. So we're going to undo it. Is that the undo button on here? No, that's a rotate. What a dork. Okay, so I go cancel, sorry. Looks far better and more natural like that. Okay, so we'll go done. We'll move it back. And now we're just going to check through our things here. So all I would do there is just write Fuggler under the family. Character's name is Screech. Will people be looking for this necessarily? No, and I don't think don't get yourself too worked up about it. Okay, so no professional grading. It's certainly not vintage. It is just fun. So we go like that. Take the box off because it's not, but it is exclusive. It is a limited edition and it is glow in the dark. All right. Condition of item. With toys, you only get two choices, new and used. Okay, so we go to used, and now I'll show you what the AI does. And I don't know. I honestly don't know if many people who are buying stuff now read through it, but you could do this. So I'll read it out to you. And explore the whimsical world of Fugglers with this exclusive Screech plush toy, standing at a playful 9 inches tall. So, you know, soft, huggable plush material, making a delightful companion. Glow-in-the-dark Fuggler, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say all that, but... So those things are there. Or... you can simply just go get rid of all that. And I've got a keyboard shortcut where if I go X, Z and spacebar, all mine says is make sure you check out the photos for condition. What you see is what you get with your purchase. I ship with tracking to protect your purchase. I love selling on eBay to finance publishing my novels, which this is my latest one, A Flock Apocalypse. I do happily, I know this is an ad now, but I'm proud of it. It's a bizarre horror story. I do sign all my books. I've got more of my physical books up here. So if you want one, let me know. I'll also have them listed on the eBay store as well. But if you just want to buy direct, hit me up on Instagram. Okay. I've actually sold 4 of them this weekend too, so that was good. Yeah, so I love selling on eBay to finance publishing my novels and document the fun on my YouTube channel. I always do buy it now. I don't do auctions. Item price. Well, we know the brand new ones have been going at about the $50 mark, but I still haven't seen any of these out in the wild. So I'm just going to go for, $40 and then I'll accept offers. So $40. And then down here, I have my business policy. So you can see here, I've shown you these before. I need to figure out how to do a good video about business policies. It's sort of hard because I've already got them set up. But basically, if I put in, like this will fit in a $10 satchel. So I'll go satchel $10. Now, that is already preset that if it goes anywhere outside of Australia, I think it becomes $32 postage. Is it fair? I don't know. I don't care. I know that $32 will get this item anywhere in the world. That's what the business policy is. If it's outrageous, I just refund the customer. Sorry, it wasn't as expensive. Have some of your money back. Thank you so much for buying from me. Down here, now, everyone does different things. This is the listing ad rate. Now, there aren't a lot of these guys out there, so I am not going to do the suggested. I will go up to about 12%, but I'm going to knock that down to 10%. Like I said, a $2 purchase into 40, I'll pay 10% of that. Don't care. I know there's the eBay fee as well, but it's just the way it is, guys. You've got to advertise to do business, in my opinion. That's another one. Not everyone agrees, and that's all right. That's my opinion for my business. It's what works for me. Now, I can go save for later, and I did actually skip a step incorrectly there. So as you can see, it's now in my drafts, but because I did drop the photos in, that one's ready to go. But then all I have to do is go over here and then just go move to bin to get rid of those photos. I've done the Mambo shirt too, so we'll get rid of those photos. And I just do massive batches of photography, and that does allow me to then just assign them here. So I can see the next one is a Milwaukee shirt. So we'll go Milwaukee Tools. And I've loaded up the draft. I bring the photos back up. They're not great, but the camera, the phone, it does this weird thing where when you're moving it in, it lightens up too much. So I've tried to counter that. I try to make sure everything's nice and clear. This is a great shirt. I kind of was struggling to sell it. You know, when you find something neat. Okay, so we've got that there. That's already ready to go. Now with these ones here, guys, I'm not sure what tub I'm going to assign that to because my current tubs here are full. So we're going to leave that bit empty. And it's certainly not M&M's, it's Milwaukee. Okay. So got that there. Size XXL. Because I pulled this out of someone else's listing, you've just got to know that you've got to make some changes here. Crew neck, they're all fine. Now the pre-owned condition will default to good, but this shirt is in excellent condition, so I'm going to mark it as such. And I've already said I want to get 34 bucks for it. The Milwaukee stuff does sell quite well. And I changed that. It defaulted to 15, so we put it into a satchel and 10%, and then I go save for later because I'm getting them ready. And I'm going to show you my process. So I think if you guys have been wanting a bit of a learning video, this, even though it's taking longer because I'm talking to you, it may be a nice and effective way of you learning how to do what I do. I'm scared that the recording on the thing, I don't have a lot of room on the laptop. I may need to look into that actually, otherwise everything will just stop. First things first, I'll get rid of the stuff in the bin to make sure we can keep on going. All right, so Hurley. With the Australian flag on it. Graphic. Okay, so I've got the shirts there. I'll just move that. I had all my photography here. So as I could quickly reference stuff. Hopefully I've done what I thought I was doing. Sorry guys, it is just off camera. Yep, there we go. Give me a second. She plays a game. I open the door then. Yep. Kenichi. Come on. She literally runs away when I open the door. Oh well. Okay, so this was the Hurley top, and it is a medium. So go in here, and then as you can see on the screen, I only took a few photos of that. It's pretty straightforward. It's a bloody medium t-shirt. She's literally back at the door again. All right, well, that's real life, and that's what I'm sharing with you. So I've got to get over the fact that I feel weird about the fact the cat's interrupting an episode. I love her, and she's part of my family, so she's allowed to yell at the door. She's like 14. She's allowed to do what she wants. Okay, get rid of them. Kenichi. Guys, I might just get her. I know. Ta-da! There you go. And I know you're going to yell at the door again, but you are now YouTube famous. No, she's a sweetheart. But she likes going outside and having a bit of a run around in the dirt, doing all those cat things. Okay. Okay, and in the preparation for moving to the off-site behind the camera, I've got all this stuff there ready, tubs, other bits and pieces. It's on Tuesday. This is going to be the most random thing to ask in a YouTube video, but if anyone around the Geelong area, because I know there's a few Geelong people, if you guys have seen my off-site videos and you've got garage shelving that's the same size, because I do need it to be uniform because I know how tubs fit in those or don't fit, hit me up on Instagram. If you've got them lying around, you don't want them, yeah, I'll take them. But if you've got them and don't want them and would like a little bit of money for them, I'll look into that as well. Okay. Because all that, as you guys know, all that stuff adds up. It's like I'm excited for the new space, but it all adds up. Okay. So what's the next one? I'll just jump in and see a Country Road shirt. It's funny, you know, because Country Road, they do make lovely clothing. But if you're not from Australia, Country Road, or maybe it's a big deal overseas too, but in the oppos, you see Country Road all the time, yet it's a high-end brand. But in the op shop, Country Road is a dime a dozen, and it's still nice, but it's a dime a dozen. And I think to sell it on eBay, you can't command the huge prices that they've got either. So Country Road XL, button up, all that's done there, that's done. So all I do is move the photos over and just get them ready. So, and then eventually what I do is once I finish assigning all these, but I am going to keep doing this now to keep myself accountable, because we did have fun getting out and about. It's funny. It's like we say to ourselves, it's something like, oh no, the lovebirds went out again and all the time passed. But, you know, I am blessed that to have someone to go out with, that the time does go that fast. She's not in the room at the moment. She was behind us. But I am her biggest fan. But yeah, time goes fast. And we have fun. But yeah, we found some cool stuff today. Like, you know, I'm going to make hundreds of bucks out of what I found. I think just for the sake of, well, trying to be a good uncle, I'm going to, just for now, tuck those things that I'm not sure of here. So then I can actually move some stuff around properly. So that is the Mambo shirt. Now this was a cool one. I'm sure you saw it, but it's a Gremlin shirt. Don't feed after midnight. I found that for, I think it was like $4 or something. And yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. It's got I'll show you again. It's got a cool graphic. Ta-da! I feel like a bullfighter. Ta-da! I'll just pick a random image to be the I'll pick a random image to be the thumbnail, I guess. All right, so I've got that. What did I list that one for? It is in good condition. $24. That's not too much for a Gremlin shirt. All right, that's done, and we go save for later. I could be listing them as I go, but I'm not, and I do have a reason for that, and I'll be able to explain it at the end, and it will make, oh, I can tell you right now, actually. Okay, so the reason why I don't list them as I go, which will seem heresy to some of you guys, is just simply I do want to know exactly the dollar figure that I'm listing. Some people list to an amount per day. I'm going to do this many listings. Some people list to a dollar amount, and I list to a dollar amount, and I am starting to try to increase that amount. So I just roughly, I just round up as I'm going. It's not like properly added up. Like you'd add up when I'm doing a Tori, you can't count. But God, I'll tell you what, sometimes like when I'm just sitting here, it's not like the offsite when I'm sipping. And yes, I should be drinking water, but it is sugar-free. I've nearly drunk most of this, and my throat is hurting a little bit from talking so much. I don't care. I like talking to you guys. Let me move this New Balance over. So yeah, I list to a dollar figure, and that works for me. I'm increasing the dollar figure. I started off with $500 worth of listings a day. Recently, I have been going through... Oh, I'll be able to show you something. I'm pleased about this. I hope... I might have to put a note at the start. I'll put this under how to. But yeah, I'll literally be able to show you how to do something. And you'll just have to watch to find out, because you're watching now, but some people won't see it. I don't know if people read the descriptions, but I'll put in there what the two things are. So we'll say how to do drafts, how to list, and yeah, there's going to be some cool stuff if I remember. Mind like a sieve. New Balance, that's all there. We'll get that there. So when I do my video tomorrow, we may actually allocate some of that stuff to tubs out in the offsite. That'll be fun. Tomorrow should be a good day for us out there together. I'll get a sandwich, get a cold coffee, and we'll have a chat about whatever comes up. Okay, so that one there, I'm going to ignore that medium price because I did comp those. I'm putting a 49 on it with $10 postage. I'll amend that just back down to 12. I know it doesn't seem like a difference, but like I said, I try to keep them where possible between 10 and 12. Zipper, it's striped. It's got stripes on it, but it's not striped. Clear. Actually, for pattern there, guys, that's where you can put solid. As I said, if you're watching this for company, 100%, you know, it's good. It's good to have a voice going in the background, but if you are wanting to learn some stuff, this is where I do thoroughly suggest that you hop on your television or hop on a laptop, on a bigger screen, even an iPad, you might be able to read what I'm doing. Okay. So... it's so silly. I've been buying so much, like the photos that are there of that Dickie shirt, which I think we'll do next. I know I've got another one, but I don't have a clue where I put it because I'm an idiot. Okay, there's the Dickie shirt. We're not doing too badly, all things considered. The show, we've been going for nearly an hour, just shy of, but we have got a lot of stuff done, and I think the stuff that we are doing now will satisfy the dollary do amount. I might just edit that. If you guys saw my thrifting video the other day, I might get something better when I'm at the offsite, but at the moment, my clothing board is literally just a piece of core flute sitting on my couch. See how the iPhone makes the background look a bit yellowy? I will live with that because I don't like... I know I've left a bit in the corner, bad luck. I don't like the background removal tool. I know there's other tools I could use it for, but at the end of the day, they're buying a brand new bloody Dickie shirt, which is durable and awesome, and they're getting it cheaper. So... with tags, can't beat that. All right, so that's all there. Nice, save for later. Now I am going to take this all the way through to the to the end stages that you can see the whole process. And this is basically what my day looks like, guys. I would make all of these. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but it's on the drafting page. I do all these drafts, I get them ready. Then I take them and I photograph everything. And then I'll pop on back here and I will just get it done. All right, so let's have a look here. This is one I took later. Did I actually do it though? See if we can find, it's going to find everyone. Let's get rid of this. No, okay. So I've got another shirt here that I can show you. I photographed it in preparation, not of this video, just for me to get some work done. So it's an R.M. Williams, which is a fantastic Australian brand. R.M. Williams polo shirt. I found it on the thrift. I think I told you guys about it when I was out shopping. It's just a plain old polo, but they make very good, very durable. They've got, like, you know, I don't know, what is it? What animal is that? A steer. And the good thing about this is too, guys, and bigger gents out there, if you're after a bloody nice polo, I love finding the multiple XL sizes. I do. I don't think that I don't think there's enough people trying to look after like larger size people, and also, not that I buy a lot of it, but there's not enough sort of for the smaller size people too. But sourcing large clothes and 3XL, it's just, we provide a service, guys. So bloody provide it if you can. People will sometimes pay a premium too, being a bit mercenary, will sometimes pay a premium because it's not easy to find nice clothing in some of those larger sizes. You tend, and I have been, what am I now? I wear between L to XL. This is 2XL, but it's a bit baggy on me, and I prefer that. But I have been a 7XL before. So don't ever think that I don't know what it's like to be a very, very, very big person. Like, you know, I'm 176 centimeters and I was 155 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds. Someone else can convert it. But yeah, I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to have to keep going to the Kmart big bloke section and never really getting the brands that you'd like to buy and try, because they just don't make them. And I think the thing that sucks there too is the fact that I think these companies don't want larger people in their clothing. I wonder about that sometimes. This the image. Do they don't want the imagery of a larger person in their clothing, whether it's a misrepresentation of their brand? I don't fucking know, but I know that I had terrible trouble when I was that big 7XL finding any brand name clothing. I could get some like, you know, stuff like the Gremlin shirt I might have been able to find in that, but there's no way I would have found some of those other sizes. I'm sure they exist, but they'd be hard to get. All right, so R.M. Williams polo shirt. We're going to say it's navy, and we're going to look 3XL. We're going to see if there's any other comps out there. Okay, so some of these, I've got to look more into polo shirts. Polo shirts seem to do really well, and I need to learn more about them. But for now, that is a long sleeve polo shirt. Sorry, rugby shirt. The polo shirts are what we're talking about today. Pre-owned 3XL, $35. That's not bad, especially for an RM. Okay, so that's a brand new. A pre-owned. That's a long sleeve polo. This is a short sleeve polo. So $19, accepted an offer. $24 pre-owned. I do want to get more for it because it is an R.M. Williams. But what I'm going to do instead, I am going to hedge my bets here and hopefully I'll be able to sell it to a viewer, because I'm not going to make it as expensive as I normally would. Let's do an experiment. Extra big, 3XL, extra big. I don't want to say that. They know what bloody 3XL is. They're looking up their own sizes. Okay, $34.99. I'm going to copy that. I think that's a fair price for a R.M. Williams. And we're going to say blue. Do I have room for navy blue? Navy blue. Guys, some advice I will give you is when you're doing your listings, you've got 80 characters. You can see it over there, over here. So I'm pointing with my finger at the screen. So use them. Use those letters. Okay, R.M. Williams, blue, 3XL, polo, cotton. It's beautiful. I'm going to go with pre-owned excellent. You can tell it's been worn, but it looks nicely worn in, as opposed to shitty. I don't need to put this AI description. It's a shirt, so I'm just going to go look at the photos. Okay, so we'll go $34.99. I shouldn't have to push it too hard, even though there is a lot out there. We're just going to drop it back to 10. Oh, try to drop it back to 10. I'll drop those photos in now, guys. We may as well. See how in every photo it looks slightly different? It started really annoying me. But I do hope that this stuff is actually helping you. And, I hope it's giving you a bit of company too on your Sundays. I think I'm going to both hate and love polishing that ride-on toy. If it's $2 and I have to, redonate it, because it does work, I won't feel bad. But goodness gracious, if I can actually, make it better, I'll be stoked. I'll be stoked to get that money. It's sort of light. I mean, it will still cost a little bit to do, but I would be stoked on it. Once I get this done, I want to have a bit of a play of the PlayStation for a bit. That'll be fun. I'm playing Far Cry 6 now. You guys have given me some brilliant suggestions. Flutterby mentioned the Little Nightmares games. I've played one. I haven't played two. I love them. They're good as. They're good as, mate. Yeah. All right. So we've got that dropped over. It's ready to go. But once again, I need to figure out my day amount. I did write to eBay some time ago and said, is there any chance of, in the draft section, I know no one from eBay bloody watches this, but I did ask them if there was any chance of being able to give you a total down the bottom. That would be good. All right, we'll get rid of this. Taquito. But can you see what I mean? I don't... the computer makes it so much easier. And it's you guys have seen me listing on my phone before, and just how ungainly it is for me, at least. So... this is way is just, look at that, drag and drop. It just works. I think one of my main photos is crooked. Move that over. Save it. Yeah, play some video games. I don't know if we're watching a movie or just going to watch some telly later. And guys, I must confess to you, I had so much fun and laughed at the comments. If you didn't see, I got a comment, and it's fair enough. Fair enough. Not everyone's going to like me, and don't expect it. Yes, I do. And but this lady, she didn't like that I swore. and she had a crack at me. And I don't know, it just went something like, you're saying nothing, you don't need to swear, first and last video I'll ever watch. And part of me just thought at the time, I don't know, we're in the grown-up part of the show now, so I just thought, you know what, I'm sorry, Joan, fuck you. I bit back a little bit, not terribly. She said, you're saying nothing. And there was an ad for a thing called Narrow Bar, a lolly called Narrow Bar. And I said, it's the bubbles of nothing that make it something, which was their catch cry. I want to put this in the tub because it is allocated. Hey, sweetie, what are you doing? That will be the big thing when we do move properly off-site. I have realised there is a most definite deficit of shelving and tubs, but I want to get the stuff over there. I think I may even just go and scab a whole heap of boxes from Bunnings and just make them into temporary tubs. See, we're doing well. Look at all this. We've done that in this time, and I've been talking to you non-stop. So hopefully you're getting something out of this, but as well as company. I do hope that this is certainly helping. And I'm feeling in the mood to break into song. I actually do. I feel the mood for song. You guys, if you don't want to hear me singing, you don't have to. But, you know, I'm not scared to make a fool of myself. Let's see if I can find it. Now, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I do need to find it. Okay, so this was either AI, but either way around, Flutterby wrote it. It's under the song of Beatles, but it's to Joan. Hey, Joan, you don't need to be mad. He said a bad word. Just ignore it, you'll feel better. Remember to let humor into your heart. Being a prude just makes you pettier. Hey, Joan, you've had your moan. You had a bone to pick. Do you feel better? Just admit it. You let that bad word get right under your skin. Let it go, Joan. Only then will life get better. And anytime you feel the need to complain, hey, Joan, refrain. Don't carry the world upon your shoulders. For well you know that it's a troll who lacks control that makes this world a little colder. Sing it with me now. Na, na, yeah. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Bye, Joan. Do, 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 do. Morty, Morty, John. Anyhow, there's another bit, but you're very welcome. Flutterby, thank you. I was dying with laughter. I really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Poor Joan. She's getting such a big moment in the sun. But until she begins to get the joke. No, you guys were fantastic. I just was like, oh, really? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so this one's a bit of an interesting one. I think I've got to create another. Yeah, I do. I need to create another. I've got R.M. Williams pants here. They're very, very, very small, but I picked them up for $2. You would have seen that in the picking video. And I told you guys that, well, that they'd be listed. They're not. They will be now, though. They're very thick. They're very small. They got an extremely old tag on them as well. Okay, so these are a waist 14. Bearing in mind, I am a waist, unless it's a lady's waist, oh, who knows. Waist 14 and a inner leg 33. So I'm a waist 34 and an inner leg, I think 32. So we're going to go RM Williams jeans. They're old. They're old. They're lovely, but they're just old. R.M. Williams jeans. Waist 14. Let's see what we get. I'm actually going to go one step further, and I'm going to say they're... Okay, so $65 for pre-owned, brown denim, blue denim. Now, the funny thing is, though, you can say vintage on 20 years old. These are older than that. Older than that. But let's check something here. How to check date on R.M. Williams jeans. Okay, so the AI is saying that there's no date codes. I don't know that I believe that, because on the tag here, it says there's some stuff that it's a string of numbers, says 23-98-11. So I'm guessing that may mean 1998. I'm guessing that it may be November, and I am really guessing that it may be the 23rd, because nothing else makes sense. We'll try the model, the T570. So let's have a look here. Get rid of this. R.M. Williams T570. I mean, that would make sense. They are denim, but vintage. They're strong, like they're so durable. See if there's any more information here. All cotton, pre-shrunk. I'm really pleased with those ones. Just the size. The size sucks, but someone's going to be that size, you know what I mean? Just the way it works. All right, so I'm going to go, let's have a look at solds. Oh, shout out to the Murray River Picker. If you're watching this far in, I'm about to use your listing for my comp, because you got $59 for them. That's awesome. So let's have a look here. And yeah, go and check out the Murray River Pickers eBay page too. Let's have a look here. Fantastic feedback. I'll be very judgy here. Higher than mine. Oh, this is good. I like this. This is cool. Okay. R.M. Williams, size 14. Vintage. Yeah, that's what's getting me. So they are small as hell. I wish it let you jump in though and look at the old one. No, they're 14 inches. Okay, so they're not a waist 32. They are literally 14 inches across. They're tiny. Tricks that you can do to save you time. Always try to have a measuring tape nearby when you're listing. That always helps. So we're going to be using this comp today. They are in such good condition. I am going to just double check and make sure that I am not lifting bits off this comp that I shouldn't be. First off, we'll get the photos. You took nicer photos than me. I must admit, when I was listing these, by the end of the day, it was just a hot day. See how they've, it's stupid. They are blue denim, but getting that close, they look like they're black. Okay. Drag the photos over. First picture's fine. You may be hearing like dugga sort of noises. It's coming from above. It's nothing here. I'm not tapping my foot. Our unit's like, we've got neighbours on both sides and people above us. And yes, you hear everything. Come and buy my R.M. Williams. Look at them all day. Or rather, don't come and buy them off me. So we'll change some of this stuff a little bit more because I want to make sure I've got that part right. Inner leg 33, waist 14, vintage. And they are in awesome condition, but I don't want to write that on top. R.M. Williams. Waist 14, leg. Men's or women's? Oh, there's a way of telling that too. So, I'm not being crude, all right? Or at least there generally is a way of telling men's and women's if you're not sure. So typically men's pants, and this is basically just because of how we go to the bathroom. But if you're not sure, just quickly, like I believe that these are men's pants, and I'll show you why. They got the longer fly. Women's jeans tend to not have as long a zip. That's all. And that is simply because of how we use the bathroom. So if you're ever not sure, women's pants are more to help them ease them off their hips, whereas men's zips are literally to help facilitate them using a urinal. So that's another tip that you get from Uncle Flip. They are not size 14. They are waist 14. Oh, I guess they're 14. We'll go 14 inches. Boot cut blue, men's. I don't know why it doesn't. Oh, jeans. That's better. Have a look when it does change. Those things change a little bit. So waist 14, very small pair. 14 inch. I screwed that. I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Is typically, okay, so Murray River may have already done this properly and I just screwed it up. So, oh no, because it's a 14, what size jeans is 14 inch? Okay, so you've gone both ways. A size 14 in jeans, no. Is waist 14 maybe? Okay, that makes more sense. So it's typically a US size 22. That's small. Smaller again. I'm just going to put 14 inches. I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone there. Material, cotton. $33, yes, that's correct. I'm going to say they're good. And we'll let the people make their own decision there. Whoops. I'll ask 59. 2 into 59 works. Send them in a $10 thing. Just, there we go. I feel better having done that though. I'll get rid of those. They can sometimes duplicate themselves a little bit if you're jumping around too much like I am. Okay. So we've got ourselves a fair amount of listings here. I'm happy with what is there. There is still some more stuff that... I found some stuff that I've got in the wash at the moment. I'm not happy with how it photographed. This is a cool one though. Sponge. This is a Uniqlo, and I keep telling you guys to look for these. So as you can see there, I'm gonna try to flick it out for $50. There are sold comps for this one that are even more. It does make all that sort of thing very interesting. So I've got the photos here. There isn't much to it because like there isn't. Okay. But yeah, Uniqlo make really good quality clothes. I do love some of the designs that they've got there. Cactus Plant Flea Market. They're cool. I've done most of this one from memory. Yes, I've done that. 10%. Yes, I've done that. Save for later. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Move to bin. This one was interesting, guys. So, this was a tray that I picked up a while ago, and as you, I don't know if you saw there, I picked it up for $15. I am listing it for $199. This is from a Wisconsin brewery called Leinenkugels. I'm not sure if they exist anymore. They had the maiden as their logo. I have seen sold comps for even more than this, in worse condition than this. So yeah, I was happy to throw the $15 at it. All right. Hell yeah, I was. I've already put the tub number in. The photos are all great. I need a light behind me. In the offside, I might utilize a umbrella light or something like that. I do need a light behind me. I don't capture everything as well as I should. Yep, I just wrote it's an amazing collector's piece, and it is. From memory, they did stop. I'm not going to put as much into that one. We'll try it. Let's have a look. At 8%. So that is a big part of, that's going to be a big part of my today's listing, and a big part of helping out today too. The Metallica shirt. So yeah, there were a couple of shirts there that I went, oh, I think they're a bit too banged up, or they look as though they've got stains that I need to wash out of them. Okay. We're getting there, guys. I think this may be it for the last bit of photography that I did that I needed to get through. The Metallica shirts were doing exceedingly well. I'm going to start that off at $40 and just see how it goes. It kind of surprised me, but that's what the comp said, and so that's what we'll try to do. Okay, so that stuff. Yep, okay, so that winds up what I'm doing and showing you about doing my drafts, drag and dropping the pictures. And to drag and drop them, all I did was connect my phone to the computer. In my case, I airdrop either via the cord or simply via wireless. And they drop over very quickly. Some people just use iCloud, but that's how I do it. It's how it works for me. There's plenty of other things there, but look, we've got a healthy array of listings here. So let's just see, and this is where, like, what I do, it will work for you guys or it may infuriate you, but it's what works for me. I've got some great other things here to list, but they do need some washing, but they are ready to go almost. That spider jacket, I'm really, really keen to see. It's in the wash right now. Okay, so all I do to get my day's listings up, I go up or I go down, all right? So I select them and I'll go, okay, 20 bucks, 60, okay, 60 bucks, 95, $95, $100, 120, 120, 145, sorry, 50, 70, 170, 220, 265, $3. Now, I'm going to just jump straight up here and be a bit naughty because I do want this up and running. $5, $5.50, and we'll chuck the RM Williams in. Well, let's put the shirt up. With it, the shirt's there, we'll put the pants. Okay, so from there, I go here to resume drafts. It gives me a last chance to have a look at them. And as you can see, I've done a bit over $600. They all look fine. I do need to assign those, but I'm aware of it. We'll do that on tomorrow's show. And then I'm going to go submit 12. All right. 12 listings. They're done and dusted. That is my day done. All right. If I want it to be done, it's done. And you can see I've already got drafts here ready to go. That will be ready to do tomorrow. I can get some listings done. I'm happy to work for another half hour. So I might do that. I won't subject you to it. I've been teaching you how to do this. Okay. So this is at the end, but this is the second thing. The other day I spoke to you guys and I gave you a tip and I'm about to do it myself. So check it out. Let's pretend I didn't have anything listed today. I go to but I do want the Cassini algorithm to still think I'm alive. I go my eBay, selling, sold. It's just how I get there. It's to your seller hub. You can see my numbers there. Top rated. Hope to stay that way for as long as I can. Okay. So all I do there, I go listings and I go active listings, right? Now, if I scroll down, take advantage of this too. I need to learn more. We might actually look at that afterwards. All right, so as you can see here, here's my listings. And I've got the start date here, 29th of March, which is today, 2025, just in case you're looking at pricing, a few years in the future. Okay, so I am going to, instead I'm going to go to the start date and I'm going to hit that button and I'm going to present myself with older stuff. As you can see, I've got it marked down. I've got it on sale. I want this stuff to move. There's some cool stuff in there. It's cheap as hell, but I want it gone. I want it out of the tubs. I want to refresh. So what I'm going to do here, I've got those on markdown, but what I want to do is I want to start pushing them back into people's faces. So I go down here. I have 50 items per page. And if you see, if I move back up, I click on this here, actions, right? They're all ticked. And take a deep breath, but don't freak out. It doesn't matter. We go actions, end listings. I'm ending 50 listings. So they're gone. They're gone off my shop. Okay, but all I'm going to do now instead is I'm going to go into listings, ended listings, and what we're doing now to make us look like eBay heroes is we are not going to relist them because all that, it doesn't work as well. You go sell similar. So 50 listings on a sell similar. They're all loading up. What that does is it assigns new item numbers to every single one of them. We submit them. So even if you can't list that day, N1 and sell similar, but now they've all got new item numbers. They're in there. But what we do also is we go here, double check our endeds. That'll show us there, because I'll hop into a different screen just to prove it to you so you don't stress. Okay, listings, and then we go active. Get rid of that. See, I've got stuff that goes back December 2023. Okay, as you can see now though, some of that stuff now, I've put it in. It's fresh items, fresh eyes will see it. And the algorithm goes, oh, geez, he just put a lot of stuff up there for sale. All right. It gives everything a bit of a second chance. Like, you know, someone who loves Olivia Newton-John may never have found that DVD. Well, there it is now. So it refreshes and gives your stock a chance to live one more time. So as you can see, I've proved it is there. It's not lost. We go back to here to managing our unsold, not relisted. Select them all, and just so as you're not confusing things, all we're going to do here is delete them. I need to look at those ones, but see how the others are gone now. And that's it. That's what I do each day, or try to. And I hope that's been helpful to you guys. I'm going to work off camera for a little bit and try to get this video up for the channel members that they're looking at it today. And everyone else can look at it tomorrow. If you're still with me, thank you so very much. I appreciate all the support, love, and, you know, the coffees. I really do appreciate you guys, and I will say that every damn day because you're my company when I am working by myself. And it's just a lot of fun chatting to you and learning and discovering and getting your opinions. Like if I screw up and you go, no, Tori, you should have done this, I can then look back. Kids are screaming. Like I said, it's noisy sometimes here. But yeah, I hope that was certainly helpful. I'm now going to go and edit and match up, hopefully that it makes sense. And I will see you guys in the next video. As always, thank you so very much for everything. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.